Hi, everyone. Let me start by saying something that might sound a little unconventional sometimes. You need to do it alone. There are moments in life when the path to success or fulfillment will be solely in your hands. You will face challenges that no one else can face for you, and the only way to truly achieve your goals is to embrace independence and take full responsibility for your journey. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. That sounds a bit intimidating, doesn't it? But let me assure you, there is power in standing alone, and there's wisdom in recognizing that while support and guidance from others are valuable, you are the one who must take the first step. When you choose to walk your path independently, you're not abandoning others, you're simply embracing your own responsibility. You're learning how to trust yourself. You're building the muscle of self-reliance. And in this, you will discover the strength you didn't even know you had. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for permission, seeking validation, or expecting someone to lead the way for you. But there comes a time when you must make a decision to take charge of your own life. You must become the architect of your own success. In this pursuit, you will face many obstacles, failure, doubt, setbacks. But understand this: failures are not the end, they are part of the process. Each mistake you make is simply a lesson in disguise. Each misstep is a stepping stone toward the person you need to become to achieve what you want. Doing it alone doesn't mean doing it in isolation. It's about owning your journey, taking full responsibility for your actions, your growth, and your results. You must develop the discipline to move forward, even when things get tough, and the confidence to know that, at the end of the day, your success or failure lies in your hands. So let's make this clear. If you want to build something extraordinary, it starts with you. You must take the lead. You must be willing to fight through adversity. You must commit to pushing through, even when it feels like no one else believes in you. Because in the end, the one who will make it happen is you and you alone. So take that first step. Embrace the journey of doing it alone, and you will discover a strength and resilience you never knew you had. When you bet on yourself, that's when real growth begins. Success starts with the realization that you are the captain of your own ship. When you stop waiting for others to change and take charge, you empower yourself to create the life you desire. Self-reliance is key. You have everything you need to succeed. Trust your judgment, your strengths, and your ability to figure things out, even when the road gets tough. Stop asking for approval. Your dreams and goals are yours to pursue. Don't wait for someone else's green light to go after what you want in life. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity for growth. When you do it alone, you will inevitably encounter obstacles, but it's in those moments that you'll learn the most about yourself. Waiting for someone to take the lead for you is a sure way to fall behind. Success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who take action. Success requires consistency. You must develop the discipline to keep going even when it seems like no one is watching or supporting you. Life will throw curveballs your way, but you must remain committed. A setback is simply a lesson in disguise, and the key is to keep going no matter how tough it gets. While it's great to have a support system, the truth is, you have to learn to motivate yourself. Your drive and determination must come from within, not from external sources. Your success is your own responsibility. Remember, the journey of success is an individual one. Only you can walk it, and when you take charge, you'll be amazed at the power you discover within yourself. When you truly understand that the quality of your life is entirely in your hands, everything begins to change. It's easy to look around and blame circumstances, other people, or even the world for your struggles, but the truth is, it all starts with you. Taking full responsibility means no more excuses, no more waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. If you want something in your life to improve, whether it's your career, health, relationships, or finances, the first step is realizing that you are the one who has the power to change it. Most people go through life as if they are at the mercy of circumstances, thinking that they are victims of their situation. But the moment you decide that you are the creator of your own destiny, you unlock a power that most people never tap into. You stop pointing fingers and start looking inward. The choices you make today are the seeds for your future. If you're unhappy with where you are, it's not about blaming the world, it's about asking yourself what decisions, actions, or beliefs have brought you to this point and what you're willing to do to change it. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop giving others the power to dictate your emotions and your outcomes. You stop waiting for the right moment, for the right conditions, or for the right person to come along and make things happen for you. You realize that success isn't just about talent or opportunity, it's about taking charge, showing up, and doing the work that others won't do. It's about making the decision to take ownership of your actions and your results, even when things don't go as planned. No one is coming to save you. The hero in your story is you. You are the one who must decide to change. You are the one who must choose to move forward, no matter what. The people who achieve greatness are those who take responsibility for their journey, who accept the fact that they are in control of their lives, and who don't let life's difficulties define them. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't face hardships. It doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing. But it does mean that you'll no longer be at the mercy of circumstances. It means you will rise above them, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones. When you own your life, you also own your potential. You stop letting life happen to you, and you begin to make life happen. The foundation of success lies in trusting yourself. When you trust yourself, you unlock the true power of belief and confidence. So many people spend their lives doubting their abilities, waiting for validation from others, or questioning whether they are good enough to succeed. But the truth is, the moment you believe in your own potential, you start to see opportunities that were always there, but only for those who have the courage to take action. Trusting yourself means having the faith that you are capable of figuring things out. It means knowing that no matter what challenges you face, you have the strength and the wisdom to overcome them. The most successful individuals in the world didn't get there by waiting for someone else's approval or direction. They got there by trusting their instincts, their vision, and their ability to take the next step, even when the way forward wasn't clear. You don't have to have all the answers at the beginning, but you must trust that you'll find the way as you move forward. Self-trust is the cornerstone of personal growth. When you believe in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow, you will take risks. You'll take the bold actions that others hesitate to take. It's in the face of uncertainty that trust in yourself becomes your greatest asset. Trust doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It means you trust that those mistakes will teach you something valuable, and you won't let them stop you from continuing on your path. If you don't trust yourself, how can you expect others to trust you? Confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. And you create it by constantly proving to yourself that you have what it takes. You trust yourself when you act on your decisions and follow through, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. Every small victory you experience strengthens that trust and builds a foundation for greater success. Remember, success isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about having enough belief in yourself to keep moving forward, regardless of how difficult things may seem. When you trust your abilities, you give yourself the permission to pursue your dreams without hesitation. You take ownership of your actions, and in doing so, you create your own future. The most important relationship you will ever have is the one you build with yourself. Trusting yourself is the first step toward achieving anything great. The more you trust, the more you'll accomplish. And with each step, you will become more of the person you were always meant to be. There's a simple truth that many people fail to realize: you don't need anyone's permission to succeed. Most people wait for the green light, hoping for approval, seeking validation before they take action. But here's the secret: success doesn't come from waiting for someone else to tell you it's okay. It comes from making the decision to move forward, regardless of the circumstances or whether others are on board. The truth is, the world doesn't owe you anything, and waiting for permission is a surefire way to delay your progress. Life isn't going to stop and wait for you to feel ready. You have to go out and make things happen for yourself. When you look around, you'll find that the people who achieve remarkable things aren't the ones who waited for someone to give them the go-ahead. They are the ones who made the decision and started taking action. If you're waiting for someone to tell you it's time to start, then you're already behind. The key to success lies in recognizing that the authority to pursue your dreams rests with you and no one else. You have everything you need within you to take that first step, and every moment spent waiting is another moment lost. Whether it's a business venture, a career move, or a personal goal, the only permission you need is your own. Waiting for permission only feeds procrastination and indecision. It creates a barrier between you and your potential. And let's face it, there will always be someone who doubts you, someone who tells you it can't be done, someone who questions your ability. But if you wait for all the stars to align or for everyone around you to approve, you'll spend your entire life in limbo. Instead, recognize that the power to change your life and to create the success you want is in your hands. Take ownership of your choices. Don't wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect time, or the perfect plan. You must learn to trust yourself enough to take action even when you don't have all the answers. This is how you break free from the cycle of hesitation and self-doubt. The world doesn't need more people waiting for permission. It needs more people who are willing to act on their vision and pursue their goals with confidence. The most successful people in any field didn't sit around waiting for someone to say, "Go ahead." They just went. And in the process, they created their own opportunities, paved their own paths, and wrote their own success stories. So stop waiting. You have the ability to start right now, to take that first step towards something greater. If you wait for permission, you may never begin. But if you take control and start today, you will move one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. The permission you need is already within you now. Go out and make it happen. Life is full of challenges, and if you want to grow, you must learn to embrace them. It's easy to wish for smooth sailing, but it's the stormy seas that teach you how to navigate. Every challenge you face is an opportunity in disguise, and how you respond to those challenges will determine the trajectory of your life. The key to success isn't avoiding difficulties, it's learning to see them as lessons that will help you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you encounter a setback or face adversity, your first reaction may be to feel frustrated or defeated. But if you shift your perspective and view each challenge as a lesson, you begin to see that every struggle holds value. Challenges force you to grow, push you beyond your comfort zone, and help you discover strengths you never knew you had. It's in the moments of difficulty that you refine your character, your skills, and your resolve. The world doesn't owe you a trouble-free life, but it does give you the chance to rise up and conquer what stands in your way. Too many people fall into the trap of thinking that failure is a dead end, but in reality, failure is simply a stepping stone. Every mistake, every misstep is a lesson and opportunity to learn, adjust, and move forward. The most successful people are those who faced and conquered countless obstacles. They didn't get there by avoiding failure, they got there by learning from it. They embraced their challenges, figured out what went wrong, and used that knowledge to fuel their next move. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must learn to love the struggle. It's the challenges that shape you into the person you need to become in order to achieve greatness. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the true test comes when things get tough. That's when you have to dig deep and remind yourself that this challenge is just part of the process. It's not the end, it's the beginning of a new level of growth. Every challenge is an opportunity to test your commitment, your perseverance, and your willingness to continue despite the odds. When you embrace challenges with the mindset of learning, you stop seeing obstacles as threats and start seeing them as teachers. The greatest growth happens when you push through the hard times, when you refuse to let difficulties stop you from moving forward. So the next time you face a challenge, don't shrink back or give up. Welcome it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? Understand that the road to success is paved with obstacles, but it's in overcoming those obstacles that you will find the true rewards. Embrace the challenges, for they are the lessons that will shape you into the person capable of achieving everything you desire. One of the most empowering truths you can come to understand is that your progress is entirely in your hands. If you want to improve your life, your career, or your relationships, the key lies in your own decisions and actions. Too many people sit around waiting for a change to happen, for circumstances to shift, or for someone else to step in and make things better. But the truth is, waiting for someone else to improve your situation is a recipe for stagnation. Progress doesn't come from hoping or wishing, it comes from taking consistent, purposeful action. The power to shape your future is within you right now. Every choice you make today contributes to the direction your life will take. You're the one who decides what habits you cultivate, what goals you set, and what kind of work ethic you develop. Your progress is not reliant on the economy, your background, or even the people around you. It's entirely determined by your willingness to take ownership of your journey and make the necessary efforts to move forward. There's an old saying, if it is to be, it's up to me. This couldn't be truer. Your life is a reflection of the decisions you've made up until this point. Your habits, your mindset, and your actions have led you to where you are today. And if you want to get to a new level, whether it's in your personal development, your business, or your relationships, it will be because you choose to do what it takes to make it happen. It's easy to look around and think that someone else is responsible for your progress, but the moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything begins to shift. No one is coming to push you forward. You have to take the initiative. The people who succeed are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment or for someone else to give them the green light. They are the ones who take action, who create their own momentum. Your success is built on your willingness to act. It's built on your ability to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's the small decisions you make consistently that add up over time and lead to big changes. Remember, life doesn't just happen to you. It's a series of choices, opportunities, and actions that you are actively participating in. You don't need to wait for a breakthrough to change your life. You can create your breakthrough by taking responsibility for your actions and moving forward with purpose. Every small step you take today builds the foundation for your future. Whether it's reading a book, making that phone call, or working a little harder, each action adds up. When you realize that your progress is in your hands, you take back the power that others may have unknowingly taken from you. No one can stop you unless you allow it. Don't let excuses, fear, or past failures hold you back. The key to progress is action, and the moment you choose to take responsibility for your next step, you unlock the potential for extraordinary change. Your life is yours to shape, and it's in your hands to make it what you want it to be. The future you desire is the result of the actions you take today, and that power is yours to command. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary things and those who settle for mediocrity often comes down to one word: discipline. It's not about having the best ideas or the most talent. It's about the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Building the discipline to move forward, no matter the circumstances, is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Discipline is the foundation of success. It's the ability to keep moving forward when distractions are calling, when challenges arise, and when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting. It's an emotional reaction to something external. Discipline, on the other hand, is the internal strength to stay focused and take action day after day, even when the external world isn't aligned with your desires. The key to building discipline is understanding that success doesn't happen in bursts of inspiration. It happens in the consistency of small, everyday actions. Think about it for a moment. The people who get ahead are the ones who show up, even when they don't feel like it. They don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect feelings. They know that their progress depends on their commitment to doing what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel in the moment. Whether it's waking up early to work on a project, sticking to a workout routine when you're tired, or keeping your promises to yourself and others, discipline is about making decisions based on your long-term vision, not your short-term emotions. To build discipline, you must first recognize that it's not something that just magically happens. It's something you develop over time. It's about creating habits that align with your goals. Each action, no matter how small, reinforces the pattern of discipline. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and soon your new habits become second nature. But it requires persistence. It's not always easy to stay disciplined, especially when life throws curveballs or when the journey feels long and challenging. However, you must remind yourself that discipline is what keeps you on course. It's your compass that helps you stay aligned with your goals, no matter how bumpy the road may get. Discipline also involves learning how to say no to the distractions that pull you away from your purpose. Whether it's procrastination, people-pleasing, or giving in to negative habits, discipline requires you to be honest with yourself and make conscious choices that support your success. The road to success is often paved with sacrifices, the ability to say no to instant gratification in favor of long-term rewards. But those sacrifices will pay off in the end. The beauty of discipline is that it builds momentum. Every time you push yourself to take action, even when you'd rather not, you build strength in your character. Over time, those small, consistent actions add up to significant progress. You start to notice the results in your life, and those results fuel your motivation to keep going. But it all starts with that decision to take control, to push through the resistance, and to build a daily practice of discipline. So don't wait for the perfect moment to begin. Don't wait until you feel motivated or inspired. Build the discipline to move forward, even when it's tough. It's the small decisions you make every day, the consistent actions you take, that will lead to the life you want to create. When you commit to building discipline, you're committing to your future success. It may not always be easy, but every step forward is a step closer to the life you've envisioned. And remember, in the end, it's not the big wins, but the consistent daily habits that make all the difference. In life, setbacks are inevitable. No matter how ambitious your goals, no matter how driven you are, you will face challenges. You will encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable, and at times it will feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But here's the thing, setbacks are not a sign of failure. They are a part of the journey. They are the test that will determine how serious you are about your goals, how committed you are to your dreams. The real question isn't whether or not setbacks will happen, it's how you respond when they do. Understand this: failure is not permanent unless you quit. Every successful person you look up to has experienced failure. What separates them from the rest is their refusal to give up. When setbacks happen, most people want to throw in the towel and walk away. They believe that because things aren't going according to plan, maybe it's a sign that it's time to quit. But the truth is, every setback is simply an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust your course. It's in these moments that your character is forged. It's how you respond to adversity that determines whether you'll succeed or simply give up. The road to success isn't a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, bumps, and detours. If you expect smooth sailing from the beginning, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But if you can learn to embrace setbacks as part of the process, you'll find that each obstacle is a chance to become better, smarter, and more resilient. Every setback teaches you something about yourself and the path you're on. It forces you to rethink your approach, sharpen your skills, and come up with new strategies. What really matters is how you choose to react. It's easy to keep going when things are going well, but the real test of your resolve comes when you face adversity. When things get tough, that's when you dig in, push harder, and stay focused on your vision. You may need to adjust your plan or find a different approach, but quitting should never be an option. Persistence is what wins in the end. No matter how many times you fall, the most important thing is that you get up again. Every setback is temporary. It may feel like the end of the world in the moment, but it isn't. This is the time to dig deeper and show yourself what you're really made of. The people who succeed aren't those who never fail, they are the ones who fail and keep going. They understand that setbacks are just part of the game, and they use them to fuel their determination. The more you push through adversity, the more you grow. With every challenge you face and overcome, you become more prepared for the next one and more capable of achieving your goals. It's also important to remember that setbacks don't define you unless you allow them to. What defines you is how you respond to them. Do you let a single failure derail you, or do you use it as a stepping stone to move forward? The key to lasting success is perseverance. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about developing the mental toughness to bounce back from it, stronger than before. So be prepared for setbacks, but never quit. Learn from them, grow through them, and use them as the fuel that propels you toward your goals. Success doesn't come to those who never encounter failure. It comes to those who refuse to quit, who keep moving forward no matter how many obstacles they face. Keep your vision clear, stay committed, and know that no setback can stop you if you're determined enough to press on. If you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, you have to learn how to be your own motivator. Relying on external sources of motivation is like waiting for the wind to blow in your direction. Sometimes it's there, but more often than not, it's not. The truth is, motivation is not something that comes from other people, books, or even inspirational speeches. Motivation is something that comes from within you, and when you take full responsibility for generating it, you gain the power to move forward no matter the circumstances. You see, motivation is not a constant. It ebbs and flows, and there will be days when you feel fired up and ready to conquer the world, and other days when you feel exhausted and uninspired. That's when it becomes crucial to develop the inner strength to keep going. The most successful people aren't the ones who are always motivated. They are the ones who've learned how to motivate themselves, even when their enthusiasm is low. They don't wait for a good day or a sudden burst of energy. They know that taking action, even when it's hard, is the key to success. Being your own motivator means creating the habits and mindset that keep you moving forward regardless of your feelings. It's about building a sense of personal responsibility to show up every day, do the work, and stay disciplined, even when no one is watching or cheering you on. You have to develop the mental fortitude to push past laziness, procrastination, and self-doubt and keep your eyes focused on the bigger picture. Success doesn't come from waiting for inspiration to strike. It comes from making a decision to act, even when you don't feel like it. One of the most powerful things you can do is to set clear goals and develop a strong enough why to keep you motivated even when times get tough. When you have a clear vision of what you want and why it's important to you, that vision becomes a driving force that pulls you forward even through the hardest times. On the days when you want to quit, that why will remind you why you can't. Your internal drive is far more powerful than any external motivator because it comes from a place that no one else can touch. You also need to create daily rituals that help fuel your motivation. Whether it's reading, exercising, journaling, or reviewing your goals, consistent actions reinforce the mindset that success is a process, not an event. Motivation is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Every positive habit you create, every action you take feeds your motivation and builds momentum. Over time, you won't need as much outside inspiration because your own daily practices will become a source of energy and drive. And remember, being your own motivator doesn't mean you won't face moments of doubt. You will. Everyone does. The key is not to let those moments define you or dictate your behavior. When motivation is low, rely on your discipline and your commitment to keep moving forward. Motivation is a tool, but consistency and discipline are what will carry you through to the finish line. The ability to keep going when you don't feel like it is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. You are the only one who can truly control your success. Don't depend on someone else's praise or approval to move forward. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Create your own motivation from within. When you become your own motivator, you unlock an incredible power, the ability to move toward your goals with or without the external encouragement. And that's when you'll truly start to see results. Because the greatest source of motivation is the one that lives inside of you.